you're in a different country, so you can expect a totally different culture. I'd say they are much more, well, obviously when you greet people, they usually greet you with a kiss on the cheek. They kiss a lot more than they probably hug and stuff like that. But as a missionary, usually just as a rule of thumb, like you're not really allowed to kiss people on the cheek or anything like that, greeting people. Usually it's just between males and females. Um, they talk, in my part of Argentina, they talk really slow, which is nice, I guess. They talk slower than most other Latin American countries like Mexico. They'll speak super fast, but here they speak really long and it's really drawn out and really dramatic sounding, and they'll use their hands all the time and just like, they'll just like use tons of emotions and expression there. And something that was really surprising to me was how open they are about lots of like physical things. And I just remember like in my first area, like the first meal we ever had with a member was really awkward because we were like, oh, you just had a baby, and like she pulls up her shirt and shows us this huge scar where she had her C-section, and I was just really weirded out because I mean you wouldn't see that here. You wouldn't ask somebody about their baby. They're like, oh, let me show you everything. In fact, she even showed us like a DVD of the whole procedure, so it was really awkward. But yeah, so it's totally different. Just be aware of that. And something else that's culturally acceptable there, that here it's a little different for us, is like women will just openly breastfeed their child, like in church or out in public or when you're teaching them a lesson. Just don't be surprised with that, because I was at first kind of weirded out by it, but it's just something that's normal there. So those are like the main cultural things just to be aware of. And they love mate. It's this little drink that's kind of like an herb, just this green herb, and they suck it through a straw with like really hot water and some sugar, and they just drink it for hours on end, and they just pass it around and everybody drinks it. Don't mix it up, because they tell you, you can't mix up the stuff. You just leave it where it is, pour in the water, sugar, sip it, pass it. So those are the main do's and don'ts, and just a little bit about the culture there.